everyone, it's Odie. I'm gonna show you guys a shop my stash. I do this once a week so I could go through all my makeup and just use different things and not use the same thing every day. So I'm gonna go through my collection and show you guys what I'm gonna use for this week. Okay, so here's my vanity and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna choose for this week for the makeup. So let's go and start that. So first we're gonna start with primer. Here are all my primers. So for these are eye primers and the rest are face primers and primer sprays. So for this week, I think I'm going to use I want to use the Dior one. So I'm going to use my Dior. And this is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Primer in Universal. So that's what we're going to use for primer. This is my setting sprays. For setting spray, I think I'm going to use the Anastasia. So I'm going to use the Dewy Set setting spray for this week. Here are my foundations. So for foundation, to go with that primer, I want to use the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation, and I have this in 0W. So I'm gonna use this one this week. Here are all my concealers. So for concealer, I think I'm gonna use this Kosas one. I just got this and I just used it today for the first time, so I wanna continue to try this out. So I'm gonna use the Kosas one. Okay, now we're gonna choose a powder. So for powder, I'm gonna use this Dior pressed powder, which also goes with the foundation and the primer. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body powder, and I have this in 0 and neutral, so I'm going to use this one. But for loose setting powder, I'm going to use I want to use the Beauty Bakery one because I haven't tried this one yet. So I'm going to use the Beauty Bakery Flour Better Not Bitter setting powder. And I have this in Oat Translucent. I'm going to use this one. Let's go to highlight. I don't really use highlight, but let's use one. Let's try the Jaclyn Hill collection that just came out. So I'm gonna use the Lightning Liquid Highlighter. I got this in, who cares? I'm also gonna use her powder highlight that just came out. That's what it looks like. I have this in Glazed Out, so I'm gonna use those. For bronzer, I'm going to use, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill one too. I'm going to use the one that just came out, and this is in Naked. It's a cream bronzer. Oh, but for powder bronzer, I'm going to use let's use, what do we have here? This Anastasia one, Kevyn Aucoin, Too Faced. Let's use the NARS in Vallarta. That's the shade. This one's lighter than Laguna. That's what it looks like. So let's use this one for this week. For blush, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Putty blush. I want to try this. Should I use this one? Yeah, let's try this one. So I'm going to use this blush. And then a powdered blush. Let's use this ColourPop and Animal Crossing Flower Power blush. That's what it looks like. So let's use that. This is where my face palettes are. I'm just gonna put in this new Anastasia Italian Summer face palette just in case. Actually, I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna use the blush in here and the bronzer in here. So I'm not gonna use the NARS, and I'm not gonna use the ColourPop. I'm gonna use this face palette instead. For eyeshadows, I have a lot. This is just one drawer. If you guys want to see a makeup collection, let me know. This is just one drawer. And for eyeshadow, I think I'm going to use this orange ABH Norvina collection. That's what it looks like. It's really pretty. So I'm going to use this one for this week. Now for lips, I have all my lip stuff up here. This is all my lips. But I'm not going to choose a lip product because it just depends on the look I'm going to do, and I'll just grab whatever I need from here. This is my everyday makeup drawer, so I'm going to just put everything in here, and then I'll show you how that looks. So this is how my everyday makeup drawer is gonna look like for this week. And then my brow stuff are already here because I use the same ones every day. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. I really like this. And I really like the Benefit Ka-Brow. This is what I use. And then for mascaras, I just have some little ones here right now that I want to finish. So I'm gonna use these. And here's my eyelash glue. And then this is probably not going to fit here, so I'll figure out where to put that. But that's everything for my everyday makeup. So this is my Shop My Stash for this week. If you guys want to see a look on any of this, just let me know. Bye!